Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my preview and predicted lineup for another Thursday night in the Europa League. And this time we are playing Dundalk. Now for all of you that don't know who they are from the League of Ireland. And this is one of those games where I wish we were allowed back inside stadiums. Maybe not so much this game because it's at the Emirates, but most definitely for the trip over to Ireland. Now, I believe that the game in their home stadium will not actually be at their home ground because it's not up to the required standards for European football, but it would be moved to the Aviva Stadium. Now, Arsenal have actually played there. I've been there and watched Arsenal as well in pre-season a couple of years ago when they played Chelsea, and I'm absolutely gutted that we can't go to a game like that. Now, the fixture is not until December, but I can't see anything changing anytime soon. The lockdown in Ireland is pretty bad at the moment, and they've gone into full lockdown, and they're trying to nip the problem of COVID in the bud before it gets any worse. So I can't see that changing within the space of a week or so from maybe the lockdown being a little bit eased at the start of December. I think it's more to do with themselves and the people within their country, and their priority is not going to football matches. But yeah, it's one of those. We're just going to have to get the job done. The game at the Emirates, it should be a foregone conclusion. This should be a comfortable evening for Arsenal. I'm not disrespecting Dundalk in any way, shape or form. This is going to be an unbelievable match for them. A brilliant time for them. It's gutting for them that we can't get fans inside the stadium. Okay, the Emirates might not be to capacity on a Thursday night, but it would still be around about 25 to 30,000 fans inside the stadium. So for Dundalk, that would be unbelievable, and it'd be very interesting to see what kind of support they would get as well. Would a lot of the Irish contingent in England come over to the Emirates and support? And then, of course, you would have the Irish coming over as well. And it's one of those where they don't actually have to support Dundalk, but they would come over to support their countrymen. But yeah, it's one of those. It's going to be very interesting. Now, like I said, they play in the League of Ireland. They currently sit third in the table at the moment. They've played 16 games this season. They've won 7, drawn 3 and lost 7. They've scored 24 goals in those 16 matches. And their goals against is 20. So they can clearly score goals, but they can clearly concede them as well. Their most recent results at the weekend, they lost to Waterford United 1-0. In the first game of this competition, they lost at home to Molde FK 2-1. They beat Derry City before that 2-1. They drew 0-0 with Bohemians, who are a good side in Ireland, by the way. Second in the table at the moment. They beat Cork City 2-0. Another well-known side in Ireland, although they are bottom of the table at the moment. And they drew 0-0 with Finn Harps, who are sitting second from bottom at the moment in the League of Ireland. So mixed results really. And then after us, they're going to be playing St Patrick's, Dublin. And then they're back in Europa League action against Rapid Vienna. So this is a huge game for them. I can't see they're going to be resting players and worrying about games at the weekend and everything else. It only seems to be in this country that we're doing things like that. We've got to make changes. Mikel Arteta has recently said after the Leicester defeat that players are a little bit fatigued and a bit tired. Well, no disrespect to Dundalk, but this is a game you can make changes in. Yes, we could still fall flat on our faces, trust me on that, but we shouldn't. We should have enough. It's a good opportunity. When you think about some of the players that have been left out of the squad, I'm a little bit gutted, and I'm not just talking about the Mesut Ozil situation. I'm talking about William Saliba, because right now, with the injury to David Luiz and everything else, this would be perfect to play William Saliba in. Why was he not in the Europa League squad? What a waste, man. What a waste. You just know that that clown Mustafi is going to get a place in the starting 11. And that's not my decision. That's because Mikel Arteta will pick him. And because we don't have any other fit senior centre-backs at the moment because of everything that's going on. And it's just like, oh, mate, seriously? But it is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it. I'm going to go through my starting 11. And as usual, I want you to let me know what you think. So starting off in goal, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to bring in Alex Runarsson. New goalkeeper. Why bring him in if you don't use him in games like this? He's been here long enough now. He knows the team. He knows the players. He's integrated. Play him. I don't see why he should not play in any way, shape or form. I wouldn't play Leno. Imagine if Leno gets injured against Dundalk. And then we've got Manchester United on Sunday and Runarsson has to play. Think about it. Play Alex Runarsson. It's as simple as that. Now, we're going to go with a back four. And one thing I didn't mention was the formation. I'm going to stick with the 4-3-3 that was very evident against Leicester. I don't see why that should change. I don't think we should revert back into a 3. And we've got some problems with injuries in the centre-back position. And this is what I would go with. In the right-back position, I'm going to go with Cedric. And clearly not in contention for the Premier League. Kind of makes you scratch your head and wonder why he actually signed a contract if he's only going to be used in games like this. But I'd play him there. I don't see what the problem is. No issues with it at all. And I would play Cedric. Now, centre-backs. I would not put Mustafi in there at all. This is my preference. I know he's going to start, but I'm going with what I would. I don't think that guy should play for Arsenal again. I don't care. I'd rather put somebody out of position in at centre-back than Mustafi. He should never wear the shirt of Arsenal again. If he's made it very clear his intention to leave at the end of the season, then don't play him again. Why put him in the head of players that are actually wanting to play for this club and are part of the future of this club? That's why I don't get the William Saliba thing. Take Mustafi out of the Europa League squad and put William Saliba in. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to go with Callum Chambers. I know that he's in and around the squad. He's in full training and everything else. But you know what? I'd play him. I'd rather him there than Mustafi. It's as simple as that. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Gabriel. Massive, massive risk. But I'm going with the balance of the right and left. And again, just so we don't play Mustafi. Luiz is injured. Rob Holding's injured. Sokratis is not in the Europa League squad. We have no other alternatives. You can probably see Mustafi being in there again. I've explained why I'm not putting him in there. And I would go with Gabriel. Yes, it's a massive risk because if he gets injured, we've got Manchester United on Sunday. But I would take that gamble and I would put him in there. Now, in the left-back position, I'm going to go with Kolasinac. Not my preferred choice, but again, with Manchester United in mind, I'd take Tierney out of there. I wouldn't play Saka as a left-back. So I would go with Kolasinac. Hopefully, this is good enough for him to prove that he can still do a decent enough job. And yeah, I've got no issues with him going there. Now, with the 3 that sit in front, first of all, I'm going to go with Joe Willock. Not been getting much of an opportunity with the first team in recent weeks, but I don't see why he should not get a chance in this game. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and that's what I will go with. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. A little bit of experience, somebody that can help guide the players in and around him. Not playing Thomas Partey in this one. Absolutely no chance. He's had a couple of games now. Rest him up. Get him ready for Manchester United on Sunday. It's as simple as that. Granit Xhaka, because he's kind of been in and out of the side in recent weeks, I would play him in this game. Now, alongside him, I'm going to go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. And this is why I never put him in at right back, because I want him to go in his more preferred central midfield kind of area. He's got the ability to be on the left or the right of that 3. And I actually don't think that's a problem. I think that's decent enough, to be honest with you. I think Maitland-Niles will give you a lot of energy, a little bit of know-how, and despite his young age, experience, because he knows what it takes. And yeah, I've got no problems with this at all. I would go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and I think that 3 is actually quite decent, to be honest with you. Now, in the attacking areas, the 3, first of all, I'm going to go with Reiss Nelson. I really would like to see him be given an opportunity. I remember seeing him in the Carabao Cup against Leicester, and I thought he'd done really well in that game, and then we haven't really seen him feature at all. So again, I don't see the problem in this. I think this would be a good opportunity for Reiss Nelson, so why not give him that chance? Next up in the 3, I'm going to go with Emil Smith-Rowe. Another player that's not really had a look in or been given an opportunity, but he's in the Europa League squad and he can definitely cause a problem, and I think he can definitely be a threat in that 3. He's somebody that can be very creative, he can drop into the pockets, and he can cause a lot of problems with the way he would drive at the back line. I have no issues with this, and that's what I'm going to go with, Emil Smith-Rowe. Now, the last of the 3, I'm going to go with Eddie Nketiah. No Aubameyang, no Lacazette. And I think this is the kind of game that we could give Eddie a opportunity. He certainly knows where the goal is. He's not the answer. He's certainly not the finished article. But for these kind of games, I think he's absolutely perfect. So I don't have a problem with it, and I think Eddie Nketiah should go there. So there we go. That is it for my preview and my predicted lineup. 4-3-3. I think that's quite strong, to be honest with you. A midfield of Willock, Xhaka, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and an attacking 3 of Nelson, Eddie Nketiah, and Emil Smith-Rowe. I think that's decent, to be honest. And I think it's definitely strong enough to beat Dundalk. With all due respects to them, and I'm not being disrespectful, but we should be able to take care of business quite comfortably. And we should be able to take care of business with these players in the starting 11. Yes, we can load up the bench and put maybe Oba, Lacazette, etc. all there. But yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. If Mikel Arteta has been moaning about fatigue and players needing a rest, then this is the perfect opportunity to do that. Because if you play the main players in this game with Manchester United on Sunday, then you're just defeating your own argument. The players are fatigued, they need rest, we'll give them it. Perfect opportunity. So there we go. That is it. So as usual, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you agree with that lineup, formation, etc, etc? Let me know in the comment section. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot soon. I'm out of it.